Welcome back. It's Monday, so this video is going to come out late. But I am going to do a Monday video. First thing we need to do is make some diamonds. I'm out here, we've got this. We're cranking coal into this steel beam factory. We're not fully utilizing the coal. There's really not enough iron in here. So we can use some of this to make diamonds. But I do want to set it up where we keep the steel beams going. I don't want to hurt the process of making steel beams. So let's just get a nice little connection there, and then we'll reconnect this here. This was just kind of chunked in, so we can make this a little better. Directly connect one of those to that one. Okay, so now each one of these is connected separately. And the reason why I did this is because this is actually pretty high quality coal. We're gonna have to do something with this on a more permanent basis. But for now, 780 is fast enough. Kind of a shame to have a whole shard just to get 60 output, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. You must zoop as soon as you can. Okay, coal. How do I make diamonds? Particle accelerator taking in 600 diamonds per minute makes 30 per minute. We actually might get pretty close to that, assuming I have the stuff on me for a particle accelerator. So 780, I'm guessing we could probably up this by 900 coal is a lot of coal. Actually, the problem is there's only one belt worth. For some reason, I feel obligated to keep this relatively close. So all of this is going in here. That's probably, well, that's the full 780. Is that the speed of that belt? I should know the speed of this belt by that. Yeah, okay. 780. This one's still pausing, so there's still room. We'll just put a splitter on here. You know, I didn't like the shape of that belt. $45 diamonds. What am I trying to do with these diamonds? Oh, time crystals. Right. Boy, that machine is really loud. Are time crystals not just simple one-to-one? Oh, you gotta do it in a converter. Oh. I might not have the inputs for that. So it's 12 per, and we're making 45. I feel obligated to do a good old-fashioned trifecta of these, and then figure it out from there. Speaking of not having enough stuff, we don't have enough stuff. We'll just overclock these. All of this is supposed to be temporary. That's 42 out of 45. We'll just set this to 42. I guess we'll balance this out a little bit more. this guy is 9. Wait a minute. Oh wait, gotta look at the input side, not the output side. 24 plus 8, 32 plus 10, 42. And then once this kind of just cranks, we'll be fine. Though we'll have to check and see how long it's going to take. Don't want it to take longer than the length of this video. That's a really loud part of the factory. I need to figure out how to make this next level reanimated Sam and upload it to myself. The Sam fluctuators. Organization. There we go. Yeah, this is gonna wreck our power. So we're gonna have to do something about that. That is really shocking when the hyper cannon doesn't work when you expect it to go. It's like when you grab a glass of water and it turns out to be Sprite. Or it might be worse in the opposite. You grab a glass of Sprite and it turns out to be water. What is going on? So we're making 42, 9, 21 per minute. So in 10 minutes we'll be close to done. I think that's good enough. At least I put the jetpack on. Ooh, hello. Okay, so the plan here is to... I should probably just make these fix it. Oh, you know what? Ah, I should have grabbed... Alright, know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna centralize all my stuff so we know where it is. And then I'm gonna grab the aluminum sheets that we need. Where are the sheets? And then we need the gas. We need both the jetpacks. I think that's kind of the basics. Absolute stripped down version. I guess I could grab 5,000 sheets after I get the other stuff built. Ooh. I guess I could depend on my uploader, but let me grab some very light amounts of things to build with. Paradise Island has one nice little battery backup that I'm glad I have, because right now we're draining batteries. Now I'm worried I don't have any... Okay. Gotta have room for the basics. And I think we put the next piece of this over by the nitrogen factory. Okay. ingot. Fix it ingot. Here we go. Perfect. 45 per minute. 15 per minute. Now I'm trying to kind of crush through, so I'm probably going to use more than we actually need. I'm thinking 6 of these. If I've got the juice to make 6 of these.
I don't know. Have a good day.
Alright, now I want to split this. But, oh boy, let me put these in first just to get something done. That's a beautifully, perfectly balanced manifold. Very happy with that. We'll just drop those in there. Then we'll realize we don't have enough space. We'll make more space, then drop those off as well. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Uh-oh. Ooh. Is this not made in an assembler? These are made in converters too? Everything's made in converters. Well, so much for my celebratory. Everything split perfectly. Keep making assumptions that these things are getting built in basic buildings. Man, we need a bunch of sand fluctuators. What does it actually take to make a sand fluctuator? I think the problem is the steel pipe. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna grab a bunch of these. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna grab a stack of... How are we not uploading cooling systems? That seems impossible. Just kind of checking to see if there's super easy access to the wire. There isn't. I'm kind of curious. Might be a good time to consider upgrading. We need 47 of those to do that. And that would only upgrade the stored expansion amount. Do I have 7 Mercer spheres on me? I have exactly 7 on me. Should I make one of these? It won't cost you any more time. It'll only cost me time. And how many of them I said I needed? 107 or something? Some ridiculous amount. 103. I'm gonna bang out 103 of these. And then that additional upload speed will make it possible for us to get the rest of these done. Of course, I could fly around, and if I went back to the starter base, I could get a ton of these. Somehow we ended up with exactly the number we needed. We need wire, and we need steel pipe. Steel pipe, obviously, we get from our cyan-coated, beautiful starter factory. And then we can jump over here and get the... Technically it's copper wire, but I guess technically it's wire, because you can make wire out of iron. You know, I thought I had some of this stuff lying around. Because I have there's an underground mine of SAM ore nearby. And I thought I made like a huge amount of it. There it is. Okay. No space in the inventory to make reanimated Sam. A Sam fluctuator, to be precise. You know what? I'm gonna make some more space before things get too crazy. Just in case. It should break down though. Even if the stack size of the Sam fluctuator, well, we know it's 100. So it should keep up with this. Because it's 6 of these to 1 of these. So this should result in more space in our inventory than we currently have. Let me call it, oh, not call it, but I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna go have breakfast. I'm gonna let all this Sam fluctuator get made, and then I'll be right back. It'll cause no delay for you. Be right back. Okay. We got a halfway decent amount of Sam fluctuators. I picked up our stuff, so we have our walking around stuff. While we're here, let's see if we've got any time crystals. Ooh, we've got more than enough time crystals. Perfect. Let's drop those off. Hey, that's one part of it done. I guess it's not that far if we have to pop back over. Oh, we don't have any cooling units. These converters are turning into a pain. Luckily, we know that the computer factory's got plenty of cooling units. I'm a little concerned that we're not sitting on any of them being uploaded. Whoops. Got one of those, if you hit the gas on your jetpack right when you save, or right when it stops saving, or in the middle of saving, I can't tell which one, then you get an extended free boost. Some people save every minute so he can get that free boost all the time. Okay, let's get this done. I guess now that I only have 3 of these, it's a lot easier. So there is that. I might as well just merge this or split this down. No need to try to make it fancy. Not a huge demand on this anyway. Okay. I accidentally blocked this. $45 per minute, so shouldn't take too long. Matter of fact, I could probably go grab the necessary sheets while this other part gets made. I kind of want to boost one of these. Alright, so 67 per minute. And we only need 250. That shouldn't take too long at all. At some point, when I go to make that factory, we'll just make that more formalized. In the meantime, let's see how much aluminum sheeting we have access to. You'd like to think that there'd be a nice 5,000 sitting around. If it were casings, I'd be worried, but since it's sheets, I think we'll be fine. We actually have a surplus of casing. Oh. That's nice. Kind of quiet over here. Don't like that. $9,000. So we don't need 9,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 20, and then a little extra. Maybe a little extra on top of that. Once again, somehow, we're short on coal. You would think with all the... so many drones have been targeted for this. I don't understand how we're always short on coal. I am going to have to work on power, though. I keep consuming more and more of it. We're right on the edge, though. Sometimes we've got more power than we need, and other times we're spending a little bit more power than we have. I think we can pop back to our aluminum, or no, our nitrogen factory, and we should have the ingots that we need. And maybe even a few extra. Oh wait, you don't need ingots. I gotta turn them into something. A constructor, 30 per minute. You know what? I'm gonna do that on the other side. Of course, now I have to double check something. Make sure it's not like 30 to 1. Oh, it's actually 1 to 10, or 1 to 3, so perfect. We actually have extras. Yeah, I probably don't need all this wire. Okay. Let's get out of here. Now would be a really bad time to have a power lock. Everything is far enough away to get the appropriate level of parallax. Alright, let's drop off these sheets. You know, I could do this one. Or rip through it. 150 per minute. Now all of a sudden I'm really glad I chose to do it this way. I don't really have anything else to do this episode. We're just gonna get peak efficiency. Maybe we could take a peek. Let's take a peek at what other... Of course, does it make it easy for you to tell what you need to load? Yeah, not exactly. Oh no, exactly. Dark matter residue could be good. Quantum encoding seems to be the only other thing I could even consider. And that's going to take 400 supercomputers, which I probably don't have. I probably have the turbo motors though. Is that dark matter residue? Yeah, I can't get to it yet. Oh, yeah, that dark matter residue is actually the thing I need to get that blueprint that we made set up all the way. For now, though, ship it. Hey! I finally got the...
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, two problems were identified in Mark V conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark VI instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment. Yet.
Yet. Not ominous at all. Yeah, 1,200 resources per minute. But we would need both the ingot. Okay. We probably need a whole setup just to get enough stuff so we can build. Time crystals are diamonds? Fix it. I might make a factory just to make the stuff that we need. So we can always build stuff. Now that we have that part unlocked, that might be a way to go. Yeah, I finally used up all my Mercer spheres. All that research finally caught up to me. And I think I deleted all Mercer spheres from over here. So we might need to do a little exploration. But we'll have to decide what we're gonna do in the next episode. I think just getting that unlocked really is a good step. I like the idea of building something that allows us to build all of our future belts really fast. We would need coal and drones, basically, because I want to bring in quick wire, ingots, and the SAM. Okay, yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.